Welcome ladies and gentlemen, this is HolyLord and today we're gonna discuss the Barbarian's gear that you need to clear Inferno with. Let's start off with my gear. As you can see, the gear is not top notch because this is a pretty new Barbarian. I leveled it like 3 or 4 days ago. And with this gear I can already clear Act 3 and half the Act 4 on Inferno. So let's begin with what stats do you need. First of all, stats are as strength and vitality stats are very important for a barbarian because strength does not only give you armor, damage, but it gives you armor. Same as vitality, it gives you a lot of health, and with the passive called Nerfs of Steel, you get 100% of your vitality as armor, which is very helpful because you need a lot of armor to survive. As you can see, Rambot they have 8400 armor, which is a lot of damage reduced. Also, as a barbarian, you need to focus on having all resists. Basically, I don't have that much of a high all resists count, but it keeps me alive. I mean, try to aim for like 800 when you're buffed. That's gonna be quite enough to farm Act 3 efficiently. Next thing you need. For a main hand weapon, you need an axe or a mace. That's because when you have this passive, Weapons Master, you get a 10% critical hit chance bonus from it if you're wearing a mace or an axe on your main hand, which is very helpful. I mean, the other gives a little bit of DPS increase, that's good, but an axe gives a lot of DPS compared to the other kinds of weapons. As you can see on weapons, I'm focusing on a socket and stats, as again, for instance, this weapon gives me 170 stats overall, which is gonna give let's say maybe, I don't know, 200 armor. And same for this. This is gonna give at least 300 armor, which is very helpful overall, because, you know, the more armor you have, the slower you're gonna die. Okay, next thing. For a belt, I came up with the idea to get a lifesteal belt, because I mean, you're gonna deal a lot of damage overall, so a little bit of lifesteal is gonna help. I mean, life on hit weapons are not that helpful. Yeah, they are gonna keep you alive, but to get a decent DPS lifesteal weapon, I mean life on hit, you're gonna need to spend on a weapon more than your whole gear is gonna cost, which is not cost efficient. I mean, for the moment my barbarian relies on health globes. Basically deal more damage than they deal to you, and you basically run around, loot the health globes, and you're up to full health. So that's the idea. What else? Try to get like as much sockets as you can on your gear. For instance, helm is very important because you can socket a lot of percentage of life. Also, you're gonna need health. I mean, look at me. I have 69k health and I still die. Resists are one thing, armor is one thing, but health is also a very important part of the barbarian gear, because even if you mitigate a lot of damage, if you don't have the health to support it, it's just not worth going for like high resist, low health. That's a common mistake made by barbarians. Also, another point I wanna discuss. If you're having trouble surviving dual wielding, if you die a lot, can kill elites, the thing you need to do is buy a shield. Like, get a good one-hander for your main hand, an axe or a mace, and buy a shield which needs to have as much as block chance as you can get. A higher block amounts of damage. Plus, when I got my shield, I started off with a shield. I had a critical hit chance on it, like 8%, and a percentage of life, which gave me a lot of life, which kind of makes you survive more. What else? If you're gonna go with dual wield, try to get as much critical hit damage as you can, because when you're wielding an axe in your main hand, that's gonna give you a lot of critical hit chance. Plus, in your gear, rings, amulets, gloves, bracers, try to get critical hit chance. I mean, yeah, Barbarian can tank. I mean,
I waited
tank
1500
good,
years for this.
but
Should
you
I
need
return to
damage.
my slumber?
If you can deal enough damage, sooner or later you're gonna die. I mean, the idea maybe is to get like a lot of life on hit and a lot of survivability, but that's gonna take ages to kill one elite pack, and we don't want that, right? And this build can cut through elites pretty fast. I mean, my Barbarian is still not like godlike geared or high-end geared. As I said earlier on, it's pretty new, but it's doing well. I mean, I'm not skipping any elites in Act 3 at the moment. And you can imagine if you get like very good weapons, a lot of all resist, as I said, 800 would be enough, a little bit more armor, and a lot more health. You're gonna cut through Act 3 as if it's Act 1, like after the nerf. So that's about it. Hope that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, ask in the comments. I would gladly answer.